Microsoft has outperformed every expectation that was set. And if we're going to, and Josh said it, I never wanted to say it like this, but he said it. They are the controlling interest between OpenAI and NVIDIA. They are the market maker for the AI space.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to setting expectation, to go from 165 to 423 in 5 years, that was not expected, not even by me. I didn't think they would have this control of OpenAI and be the puppeteer. If they had an ambassador like Saylor or Elon, and don't get me wrong, their CEO is absolutely amazing. But if they had a celebrity CEO, the stock should be at 750 based off actual performance. Like they own 49% of OpenAI. They have a controlling interest in NVIDIA and dictates how far they will go. The stock is overperformed. So even though it's underperformed in comparison to some of the stocks that are there, for them to be a multi-trillion-dollar company, you have to be honest, like 130% gain in 4 or 5 years is not real. This is your expectation for like a 9 or 10 year period, a decade.
We're jaded though, right? It does 134% in 5 years, and then NVIDIA comes around and does 170 this year in 2024. So it's like we're just so jaded by these outperforming numbers that it's like the expectation great isn't even great enough anymore.
Going back to your point, Rashad, of maybe having 3 years of 25%, that's fun. You better tuck some money away for when we have our generation's version of that 2000 crash.
Oh, it's coming. Well, yeah, maybe not that bad.
No, it's
coming. 2026, 2027.
Correction.
Drought is coming.
XXX correction is
what? if you've played the last 3 years right,
you should be rich, and you deserve to be.
You deserve it. You deserve it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but when 27 come, ooh, baby.
Yeah, but you've made it to a point where it's like, I'm on the sideline, and now I'm finding even more entry points. Like that's the strategy. You got to be ready for it. The opposite. So like, if people missed the pandemic, like how we always talk about, we missed 2008, and then the pandemic came. Like that moment is going to. It's a cycle. It's a cycle, and so you got to be ready for the moment.
Yeah.
What companies are you guys most excited about in 2025? Either private or publicly traded?
Well, the private companies, I mean, you got, OpenAI, you got SpaceX, you got all of those companies for sure. Public, I said, well, it's not a company, but Bitcoin, I think, is going to do well. And as a result, I think MicroStrategy is going to do well for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, TSM, company that I'm invested in, ASML, company that I'm invested in. So hopefully those do well. And then, hopefully, I think that you got to still like NVIDIA. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see what happens. But I think you got to be optimistic about that situation at the very least. And then, CrowdStrike was a company that I sold too early. That's an unfortunate situation.
That time patience didn't pay.
And Microsoft, I think you got to like Microsoft for sure.
Yeah.
Troy was MU, so hopefully that goes well.
You gotta put my name on the other ones then too, man. Not just that one.
But that's the one that I solely got because of you.
That's the only one?
Like solely.
There's a couple other ones.
Like what?
TSM.
Oh, TSM. I mean, yeah, but you champion TSM for sure. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
MU was a company that.
Oh, you didn't know about before?
It wasn't on my radar.
Okay. Yeah. I'm TSM for sure. And if you listen to what Josh just said, and that's why I brought it up so he could reiterate it, even if every Mag 7 decides to make their own chip, guess who's going to manufacture it? I mean, it has to go through them, right? So, like, for sure, and we talked about it as the stock of the year. We might talk about this, but I'm really big on AMD this year, man. I really am.
AMD should have a hell of a year.
And again, if you listen to Josh speak, and again, I use him as one of the guys that I'm watching him, right? As a student learning. If you listen to what he just said about NVIDIA being sold out and exactly what GPUs and CPUs do. Okay, well, Intel, we know, out of here. AMD has passed it in the CPU market, right? It's passed it. It surpassed it. If we're talking about the GPU market, everybody is not going to need the high-powered Blackwell or the high-powered Rubin. There will be that next tier. And again, if you look at sectors, this is very similar to what we said inside the CRM space, right? When everybody was talking Salesforce, yeah, for a corporate account, that makes sense, right? You're going to have your Mag 7s when it comes to NVIDIA, but you're also going to have these in-between mid-scale businesses, right? Smaller cap businesses that are going to say, I think this AMD product is sufficient enough for us. Yeah. You're going to see a CapEx spend start going to them because, hey, I may not need that high price point.
Yeah.
Blackwell is $35,000.
We spoke to some people.
What'd you say, Rashad?
No, we spoke to some. We did. We spoke to some.
Oh,
people.
okay.
And we spoke to some, and we also spoke to some people. But yeah,
it helps market research. Yeah,
exactly. And
so about relationships.
And now y'all know. But yeah, I'm big on AMD outside of the ones we spoke about on the last show of 2024. Yeah.
What are you big on? What's your
But
we never really got to this. We never.
Oh wait, yeah, you know what, Ian. You know what? I'm gonna talk about. I'll talk about the energy one while you think about this. Yeah. So and he brought up Vista, and we saw what Constellation Energy has been doing. Obviously, the Microsoft deal, but this I think $8 billion, like crazy, right? But that's the type of power that's going to be needed to power them.